Hello, everyone. As all of us are aware, the coronavirus crisis has caused a lot of disruption in the education sector, and uh, the downside of it is that students and teachers are unable to meet face to face, interact in a physical classroom, and carry out the teaching learning process. But the upside of it is that it has challenged teachers to become more creative in how they conduct their teaching and how they prepare learning material for their class, how they deliver their lectures. And it is also an opportunity, I think, for students to develop some self discipline. And I'll be discussing this today, how students can meet this challenge of studying from home. What are the different tips they can use to study effectively from the safety and comfort of their homes? So, this is Mariam Narona here, and I hope all the students will find this information useful. Before I begin my presentation regarding how students can study from home, I thought I will talk a little bit about my initiative called Mentoring Millennials. Now, this is an initiative which I have started whereby I uh, try to answer a question every week from students, and that question could be relating to their careers, it could be relating to their studies, it sometimes could be relating to some personal challenges which they encounter. And I have recorded this video, how to study from home, as a part of this mentoring millennials initiative of mine. So that's what I wanted to share a little bit about before I went ahead. So, my question to students would be, do you have a schedule? Do you have one now that you are at home, and you have been at home since March in India at least? Then, do you have a schedule, and do you have a goal that makes you jump out of bed each morning? Because that's very important. Each one of us should have a goal that makes us jump out of bed each morning, and when we wake up we should be energized, we should feel like it's time to open our eyes and to reach our goals. So my first tip is that when you wake up, please wake up with focus, energy and enthusiasm. When I began my talk today, I said that the COVID 19 crisis and the online teaching learning process, where students have to study from home, they have to attend their classes from home, that it is an opportunity for students to develop the quality of self discipline. And the reason for this is that it's harder to have a schedule when you have nowhere to go and you are used to going places and having a certain schedule. So when you go to school or you go to college, you have your day has a certain structure to it, and that is not there, or suddenly it's not there and you still have to attend classes and things like that. So the key to successfully navigating this course is that you develop some self discipline and have a schedule, have a time, when you a fixed time for you to wake up, to go to sleep, get adequate sleep. And also, in between how you manage your time, there should be time for studying, there should be time for some pursuing a hobby, a little bit of recreation, exercise. All of this has to come somewhere in your schedule. And please understand this, that everybody has 24 hours in a day. So the people who accomplish more are not accomplishing because they have more time, but because they are using their time judiciously. So I would say please inculcate some self discipline which will serve you well in life ahead, and have a schedule. Now, little things which I'm going to talk about, some of these things may seem like, why am I even talking about it? But I think that these little things are very important, and they can serve to improve your experience of studying from home, and make it more interesting, more enjoyable for yourself. So with reference to that, I would say, where do you study? Now, you can see two images here, alright, and definitely lying down in bed sipping coffee with your laptop in your lap is definitely not the way you should be studying. So, where you study, also the girl sitting on the floor and with her laptop in her lap and books and coffee by her side, I'm not really sure how appropriate that position is for you to sit and study. If you're reading something, or doing it for a short period of time, that may be okay, but please make sure that when you are studying, the place is right, your posture is good, that is, your back is straight, and that will help you to, not feel tired when you are studying, or if you are attending a class also. So maintain a good posture, keep your back straight, and ensure that there's adequate light. So that light could be natural light, or if it is during the night, evening or night, or very early morning, please ensure that you have enough lights on, you have adequate light, and you're not straining your eyes staring at the screen of any device. And definitely don't choose a mobile phone. If you have the option of a tab or a laptop or a desktop, use that, because the screen is bigger, and it will have less strain on your eyes than trying to read something on a mobile phone screen, because that is still very small. Ideally, when you study, you should have your own desk, a study table or a big desk. You could even clear out your dining table and use it if your house is small and you do not have a dedicated study table. But I would say, please ensure that that space is free from clutter, declutter it. There shouldn't be a million things there, and you are struggling to even keep your hands. It should be able to move your hands about freely. You should be able to keep a book where you can write something. So declutter it. Remove distractions. Now, by distractions, I mean the biggest distraction is your mobile phone. For all of us, it's not only for students, it is for all age groups, people of all age groups who own a mobile phone, because the moment it beeps or it vibrates, we feel the compulsion to look at it, and treat it as a big emergency. So remove those distractions when you are attending classes. As I mentioned, ideally, if you have a laptop or a desktop, please use that. If you have a tab, use that, and keep your phone away, preferably in another room where you don't look at it for the time that you are attending classes, or you are studying, or you are reading, or you are writing. It is important that when you are attending your online classes or you are studying, that you stay fully present. Now, when you are attending a class, online class, when I say stay fully present, it means that be there in front of that computer or device, and you should be listening to your teacher. You should not be somebody who opens a link and is somewhere else. So stay fully present. Focus on what is being taught. The problem with devices is that you can always open many tabs and do something else at that point of time, and multitasking is definitely not good. It just overloads your brain. and it takes away your focus. So please stay fully present and focused. The other part of self discipline when you are at home and you are studying from home as a student, do not binge. Now, when I say do not binge, I mean don't binge on food. That is, don't keep snacking. Have, as I said, have a schedule. So you should have timings to eat. And ideally, I would say, now that people are not moving out of their homes, if you need to consider how much energy you're burning, how much of exercise you're doing, and eat accordingly. You need not eat breakfast, lunch, dinner. You may decide to be minimal as far as that is concerned. So you could have a good heavy breakfast, and maybe a milkshake or some juice or a salad in between, and then you just have dinner. So keep your diet light or your intake light. So do that. All right. Then you have the tendency to binge on entertainment. Now, when you say, when you're talking about watching television or listening to some music or something like that, definitely it's good for a change of scene for yourself, but it would not be suitable for you to watch movies back to back and things like that. So do not indulge in that. Make better use of your time. Do not spend your time gossiping with people on your phone, chatting, talking, and also huge amounts of time on social media. Try to strike a balance somewhere in that. It's important for you to get enough exercise in your schedule. Ideally, try a morning workout, because a morning workout is supposed to reduce stress later in the day, and it improves your sleep also. So you need, now that you're not moving out of your house, you need to get physically exhausted. Otherwise, you do not get enough sleep. And try to stop using all devices at least 1 hour before you go to sleep. Try to have an early dinner also. This helps to get better sleep. Drinking enough water. This is something you need to do even on a even if you're not studying from home, if you're moving out of your house, but it more so when you're at home. Don't think that you're not feeling thirsty or something like that. Ensure that you get your 2-3 liters of water. And when I say stay hydrated, I mean have water or fresh fruit and vegetable juices. Please do not stay hydrated through carbonated drinks, too much of soda and things like that. Consume water and fresh fruit juices. It's important for you to eat right. When I've already mentioned a little bit about how many meals to have and things like that, of course, but that is a personal preference. But make sure that you eat right, you have a schedule, don't snack in between meals, and make sure you eat right, eat healthy. Now, a little bit of reading and writing is required even at college level. You need to read every day, because reading helps you to develop comprehension, understanding. It helps you to improve your language. It helps you to understand so many things about expression. So, try to read every day. It even maybe you need to read the newspaper to keep abreast with the current affairs and things like that. It will help you for your competitive examinations also. So make sure that you do a little bit of reading every day. Also do a little bit of writing every day, and that is when you use devices like computers, laptops, and things like that, you're not actually picking up a pen or pencil and writing, which is necessary for you to do. Writing helps you to become a better communicator because it forces you to think and express your ideas. You cannot be a good communicator if you cannot express your ideas, and this is why you used to have essay writing and things like that in school, even something like Pressy writing where you would read a paragraph and write down. So make sure that when you're attending your online lectures, that you have a book beside you, and that a pen or a pencil, and that you are making some notes, writing and thinking as you go along. So thank you all. I hope this helps you to study better from home. And in case you have any questions or queries, please write to me at mentoringmillennials@gmail.com. I'll be happy to answer any queries or questions that you may have. Thank you.